So there's been a big debate about which history should be taught in school. I think it's common sense. Everybody's history should be taught equally. But I do think that the context matters just as much as the content. Today, we're going to talk about the context a little bit more. I think we should question why certain information is taught in school and the impact of that information. Remember how you felt learning about Black history in school. Did you feel empowered, or did you feel a little bit defeated? Maybe even complacent, feeling like at least things are better than they used to be. Then let's explore how that happened. Like most things in the Black American community, the roots can be traced back to slavery. In fact, Dr. Naeem Akbar, in Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery, reminds us on page 14 that a systematic process of creating a sense of inferiority in the proud African was necessary in order to maintain them as slaves. And understanding that American slavery is what catapulted capitalism as we know it, consider that systematic inferiority may still be necessary, as capitalism still requires workers. Dr. Claude Anderson, in the book Black Labor, White Wealth, reminds us that these institutions were the means of inculcating values that would perpetually maintain the self-interest of European whites and their descendants. And this is not to point fingers at anybody else or to say who's right or who's wrong, but rather to remind us as African Americans of the charge we have to educate ourselves. In the infamous The Miseducation of the Negro, Dr. Carter G. Woodson says that real education means to inspire people to live more abundantly, to learn to begin with life as they find it and make it better. And then he goes to say that the current miseducation simply creates more graduates who add to the number of people who complain about conditions that they have no solutions for. I think a lot of us want to do something about our communities, but we simply don't know where to begin. And we're frustrated because our government has failed us. Our beloved Dr. Martin Luther King, in the last book he wrote before he passed, Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community? He says that psychological freedom, a firm sense of self-esteem, is the most powerful weapon against the long night of physical slavery. No Lincolnian Emancipation Proclamation or Kennedyan or Johnsonian Civil Rights Bill can totally bring this kind of freedom. There's only so much that a law can do. We have to first start with ourselves. Once we learn something, we share that with others, just like I'm sharing this information with you. And if you've enjoyed this video, please share this to somebody else who could benefit from it. In conclusion, I want us to continuously question why we're being taught certain information in schools and the impact that that has on us. And then I want us to continue to look for other ways that we can educate ourselves and share that education with others.